Hey, welcome back to 2DG. We got another beer review for you. What do we got today?
Today we have from Prairie Artisan Ales their 3rd anniversary ale, which is a Saison aged on raspberries.
Right on. Fermented on raspberries.
Fermented, excuse me.
I knew I bought this, but I couldn't
If you
remember
checked
for
out
sure.
a couple videos ago, I think it was Coffee Oki,
yeah.
you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah. So, hey, let's crack it open.
It's Prairie Artisan, it's probably going to be delicious.
Yeah, I'm really stoked. And I think it's the first Prairie Artisan I've had that's not been the stouts.
Yeah, Coffee Oki was a brown.
Oh, you're right, but it was dark and delicious and... Alright. So let's see what she looks like. Oh, snap.
Like a blush wine.
Yeah, it is. That's cool. Okay, so last night I was eating in a local establishment that actually has craft beer. I was pleased with that, and I was with someone who doesn't like beer, and they quickly looked at the menu and they said, "I don't like beer. What would you pick for me?"
Asking you.
Yes.
Okay.
To pick them something that they would enjoy, and I said, "Well, you can't do that here because their menu is not that deep. It's pretty lame, actually. But I bet this is going to be that kind."
Yeah.
This looks good.
So, appearance, it's like a... have you ever seen blood orange
That's
juice?
what I was
That's
gonna
kind of
say.
what it is. It is hazy, and it's a Saison, so you kind of expect that. The head's a little interesting. It's white, but it's got a little bit of a pink hue in there. Mine actually stuck around a little bit better than yours.
There's tiny micro bubbles,
yeah.
though. I mean, it's not real... I don't know. It's not frothy, foamy.
Yes.
That's kind of what I expect on... Never mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm not going to speculate on this
yeah.
beer.
Saisons are generally naturally carbonated, so they'll use sugar, kind of like you do when you're home brewing, to carbonate it. But like I said, I don't know if they do it with this. Let's get a nose.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. So Saisons are kind of interesting because you can have the more traditional style, which you don't have any of the... I don't know what they use, if they use bread or lacto or whatever, but you don't generally get the sour funkiness. You still get like what they describe as horse blanket or barnyard hay type. This one is not like that, so you do get the sour funk to it.
A little bit, but I'd say it's more horse blanket.
Yeah, you do get a slight tartness. You're not getting a ton of raspberry on it. You are getting a little bit though in the tartness. But yeah, like you said, the funky, I'm going to say it's Brett, raspberry, horse blanket kind of thing going on in this.
There's almost I'm almost getting hints of an alcohol, and there's almost floral, almost like a clovery hay floral, not a...
I'll agree with you on that.
Flower.
The second part, the alcohol, I'm not getting that. But let's taste it, see if we get that.
All right.
Okay. The raspberry is not as there as I was hoping.
No. Nope.
You get the traditional Pilsner malt flavor. It is highly, highly carbonated. So maybe if you have this, maybe let it age a little bit. You're getting your traditional hay, straw kind of flavor in there. You are getting the funk as well from the I'm assuming Brettanomyces.
Yeah.
It's not overpowering at all. It's not. I wouldn't even call it sour. It's just, I don't know, mildly acidic. And then you do get a faint raspberry flavor, but it's not what I was expecting. I've had way better beers that say they have raspberry in it than this one.
Like New Glarus raspberry tart.
Yeah.
Which you people have been neglecting. Go back and catch that video. Okay, so where do you go?
Service. I'm actually getting a little bit of the alcohol flavor. But anyway, we're going to go into our ratings. We tried to pull it up on Rate Beer, couldn't find it. Their 3rd anniversary was just this past year, so possible that it's still too new, but I highly doubt it. Anyway, so we're gonna go into this completely blind.
Their own website says it's Saison.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go with Saison or farmhouse ale, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing, style.
I'm really struggling with this one because
Were your expectations too high?
they weren't met. I'll tell you that. And I'm actually struggling with 6.5 or 7. I'm gonna go 7 though, but I'll go 7. I've had much better than this.
You're wrong. Opinion, obviously. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna go 8. The only thing I feel like we're taking away here, or at least me, you're just being ridiculous. The raspberry part. It's if you're gonna make sure that it says with raspberries on there, I want it to be super noticeable, super pronounced. And the only thing I'm really getting, I get a little bit of flavor, a little bit of the aroma. The only thing you're really getting though is the color. And even that for raspberry is a bit, it's almost like a grapefruit color. But, God, I'm scared. Overall,
I'm going to stick with 7. I don't find it, flavor-wise, I think it's missing a lot. I think it could use a little more sweetness. And I also think it could use a lot more of the raspberry. I think after Coffee Okie and after Bomb, and even the Christmas Bomb,
which we did not do on camera.
Which, anyway, I just feel let down with this one. And like I said, I've had better Saisons for sure.
The problem with doing anniversary ales is it's generally, unless it's super successful, it's generally a one-off. So there's really nothing you have to match or duplicate or whatever. And generally they're either really awesome or like really disappointing. This one for me kind of falls in the middle, which you don't get too often. I'm going to give it a 7.5 overall. I get what you're saying about the sweetness. However, sticking to traditional style Saisons are not meant to be sweet whatsoever.
I know, but this one, the flavors that are present would actually benefit from that.
And I agree with you. I will say that it's a good beer. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's not. However, I feel like our expectations, given the name on the bottle, Prairie Artisan Ales.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, is kind of skewing what we're.
I'm not going to down Prairie. They've convinced me with your other beers that I've had. I want to go to Prairie Artisan's pub.
Really, the only reason to go to Oklahoma.
Wow.
Just kidding. You have good.
Everybody knows you can get it. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. So no, I still support them. Hey, everybody makes something that I don't care for. So what are you going to do? This is just maybe the one. There's some that I'm not as big a fan of.
We'll talk off camera. Yeah, so
it's all relative to what's available.
Yeah,
you'll notice this if you can have the whole gamut, then the top makes the bottom look really bad. But if you go somewhere where they only have the lower tiered, and then all the trash talk garbage, these taste exceptionally well.
It's because they have taste.
Exceptionally good. Sorry.
Yeah, so go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, obviously, to 2DG. And we are growing. And we would appreciate you guys helping out in that growth. I know I sound like the president with all the ahs in my speech, but leave us a comment. Let us know if you've had this beer, what you think of it, or maybe some other Prairie Artisan Ale stuff that we should try.
We picked this up. $11.99, Louisville. So
I do challenge you because every time I see Prairie Artisan, I do buy it.
Yeah.
If you want to send us something that we can't get here, by all means.
Get a hold of us. We'll let you know how.
2DG.
Hey, take it easy. Happy drinking.